In the last video, I had mentioned about I had a solution with the help of Richard Owen on how to connect up this carbon canister and the vapor line from the rear vapor line that goes to the fuel tank. Those parts actually turned up today related to this, so I'll explain how they actually work. So at that top of the canister, at that 12 o'clock position, it connects into this pipe here, and that runs the length of the cylinder head, wraps around the cylinder head to this crankcase breather plate. This plate is different to the one that's on my engine. I'll show you what I've currently got and what I had to do to get the crankcase breather to work. This is the breather port connection. Then there's another line that goes across to the two carburetors, and it's on the other side of the butterfly, not the air intake side of the butterfly. It's actually down from the butterfly. Again, I'll explain in a second. So what Richard sent me was this pipe, this housing, and this pipe. This allows me to connect up the crankcase breather correctly and connect to the vapor line on the engine. So on the engine, this is what I currently have. This is how the engine was set up originally, and you can see my crankcase breather is completely different. And then I had to do my Heath Robinson layout, design, whatever you want to call that, to make it work. So that crankcase breather comes down, and it's basically there's a vacuum line. So this is on the back of the carburetor, there is this port, it's like a vacuum port that's pulling air out of the crankcase, and so it's pulling air out of the crankcase through that connection. And given that the vapor line is now going to be on this side, it's pulling air from the fuel tank, or vapor from the fuel tank. So what I'm going to do now is to take all of this off. This will take 2 seconds to do. Take off this crankcase breather plate and put on the new plate, and you'll see how it all lines up when it's assembled. Very grateful. Solved two issues at the same time, so I'm very pleased and very grateful for the help. I fitted the new crankcase breather lines to the carburetors, to the vacuum ports. So 2 connections, one into each carburetor. This is what I was meaning, was in that it was behind the butterfly. Actually, it's in front of the butterfly. Excuse me. The butterfly is on this side. So that port it is near the throttle housing face. So on either side, the line comes across into that crankcase breather. This is the new breather that I got from Richard, and then it goes around all the way around the side of the engine. I've made a makeshift bracket. This clearly needs a proper bracket. I've just put it there to stop it flopping around for now, and that connects by a tube across to that carbon canister. So that connects into the top of this port here. Now it seems like I have all of that buttoned up and sorted out, so quite relieved. Thank you to everybody, especially Richard, for sending the pieces, but to others that made comment that also helped me get this resolved. Thank you.